G'day guys, just a disclaimer before anything else. I'm just making this video for the sake of making a video. Not really. I'm just making this video because it just got into my head. And yeah, for that case, I'm not having any script or anything. I'm not prepared. I'm just doing this videos because I love doing videos. And there's no script and workflow. Just me and the camera. Anyway, we're gonna talk about lighting right now. I'm a bit obsessed with lighting. I'm doing solo videos for a studio right now, and sometimes you need lighting because I do shoot weddings, and sometimes the dance floor is like dull, and you just need some lights. So in saying that, I bought a lot of lights. I'm trying to size down my gear, and I want to have a tiny, powerful, portable, good light. You know what I mean. Anyway. Yes, right. I have bought the Amaran 60X before, and this is the Amaran 60X, and it's a pretty good setup because it has the V mount, the mount for the V mount for powering it, and it's a pretty good size. You can just slip in your bag, and then yeah, it's really small and light and really reliable. Also, the app is very good, and yeah, you can see other reviews regarding this. Then I decided to go smaller, so I decided to go for the Molus, which is this one here, Molus G60. This is modified, by the way. I just placed that there. So in saying that, this was very small. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the size. It's different. It's very small. It's very good. But the problem I have with this is like, yeah, I had to modify connections for the power, and at the same time also I have to power it with a power bank, a very powerful power bank, or I just need to plug in something. So it's a bit tricky with this one, and I don't like the turning on. You have to push it for 2 seconds, and I got a bit annoyed. So I was looking for other options. Also, I wanted it to be more compact and easy to go because I do run and gun for weddings, and whenever I set things up, I just want to get it up running. I turn it off, turn it on back. Anyway, you understand what I mean. So I got this one. It's the Ulanzi, I forgot the name, LT028. So this is the one, and it's a 40-watt light. Compared to the aperture, which is 60, this was a 40-watt light. But the good thing about this light here is that there's a battery here. And saying that, well, when I said it's a good thing, I'm not sponsored or anyway with this thing. I bought this with my own money. I just want to talk about it to you guys now. Yeah, so this is a pretty small light. It's made of plastic, but it's like, yeah, robust plastic. This reflector here, yeah, sounds like metal. This one here sounds like plastic. Look at it. But this one from the Ulanzi, it's like metal. You can hear that sound. And what I love about this is that it has a built-in battery. Once you turn it on, it's like turns on, something like that. So it's a very good setup. But one thing I noticed about this thing is that the power is not that strong because it's a 40-watt light compared to the 60-watt light. This one here, it's weird because when you close it, there's no locking mechanism. You're not sure if it's locked. You're not sure if you have to turn some more. But yeah, it stays there. But I know it's just held in by friction, not by any locks or anything. So I'm not sure if this is gonna fall off or whatever happens to it. But it's still good. And yeah, you just turn it on, and then yeah, do that thing to turn it on. So one of the things I noticed with this thing also, one of the things that really annoyed me is that when I have a light just like this, when I turn it on, I want it to be instantly on because again, I have it on a light stand on a wedding, and I just go run for it and then turn it on when the first stand starts because I want to save battery sometimes. But for this one, I'm a bit annoyed with it, but it's nothing. You can get used to it. But yeah, once if you're on battery mode, if you're using the internal battery, what you need to do is just when you turn this on, it doesn't really turn on right away. You have to turn this knob here like that, not like that, wrong knob, this knob here. So you need to turn this knob here. It's gonna, oh, there you go. Shit. So yeah, that's the thing I hate about this because yeah, in doing that, you have to I have to go behind camera, do that, and then you just have to turn it, turn this one, something like that. If you need to turn it on with batteries, but if you're using this with an adapter, if you plug something in here, so you don't need to it turns on right away. And I forgot one thing. I'm gonna One sec. Cut. Yeah. Wait. Okay, like I said, I didn't prepare for this video right now, so I had to look for this. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is that if you're gonna power this with battery, you're gonna be stressing like, what if a battery runs out? So what if I run out of battery within the shoot? What should I do? Should I get a plug? But if there's no plug around, so what I do is I have this cable here. It's a D-tap cable. Here it is. And the other tip is like a DC cable, DC barrel. So I usually use this for my Amaran. I just plug it behind here and put it on a V-mount. V-mount. So I use this this thing here for the V-mount. And for this case, this one also fits the Amaran. So what's gonna happen is you can power this this light here. If it's running low on batteries, you can power it with a V-mount. If you're on a pinch, like if you're running out of batteries and you're still shooting outdoors, no power plugs and everything. So it's a pretty nifty system. Nifty. Whatever. Anyway, so it's a pretty good system. And the thing is, if you're also traveling, you can also bring a V-mount with you and plug it to your V-mount and plug this one here, and it charges while it's in your bag. So it's a pretty good thing. So yeah, and also if you plug this with a V-mount battery, once you turn it on, it just turns on right away. But I didn't connect any V-mount. But if you connect it on the power source, once you turn this on, it doesn't do that, because what I believe is that feature, when you're using battery, you just turn it on, and yeah, it just messing it up. When you turn it on, it prevents this light from turning on in your bag. So just in case if it's in your bag and it just gets toggled, it doesn't turn on. It saves battery. It has to wait for you to turn this knob to turn it on, and it's a pretty good thing. I was a bit annoyed though, because I use batteries and I just want this to turn on right away. But for safety reasons or for power saving reasons, it works. Once you put it in your bag, if you hit this, it's not going to turn on. But if you're going to put a power supply, it's going to turn on right away. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, I've used this with one wedding, so I can't definitely give you a good review about it. But what I noticed is that if you're in a reception which is really bright, this is going to come out as really low on power. It's not really that bright. But if you're going to use it on a reception, a small reception with less lighting, this is going to be a good light. So in saying that, I'm okay with it. I just used a bit of lighting, a bit of rim light for this case. And one thing also, I used it on a speech, and it created a bit of haze at the back. So it's a pretty good light. It's not the best, but it works. And it's smaller than the, let me just position this too. It's not prepared. So yeah, it's just smaller than the Amaran. So there you go. Okay, let's get it to my face. It's just smaller than Amaran. So yeah, so in any way, it's just really small. See that? So yeah, I'm using this on some weddings that I'm shooting. But as of the moment, if I need more power and I need portability, I'm gonna use the Molus again. I didn't like how this is powered. I don't like how this is powered. It's saying that. But yeah, I'm gonna be using this for a bit. But this one here is pretty good. I'm amazed. I love the battery because it's handy. Like, you don't have an extra battery to plug in here. I don't need to put up a power bank or put a V mount or anything here. It just works as soon as I use it. So yeah, not a definitive review because I've just used this with one wedding and I'm pretty good with it. Not really happy. I don't know, maybe it's because of the power or how you turn it on here, but it works. Sorry.